Hey, this is Lucky Go Lilac with the first video on this YouTube channel. Now, this is also going to be the first time I've recorded a YouTube video in a long time. So, needless to say, it's a bit intimidating for me. I'm just not used to having this f***ing microphone right in front of my face. But that's okay, I'll get used to it. So yeah, I'm starting this YouTube channel. It's going to be more of an art-focused YouTube channel as opposed to the video game-focused YouTube channels that I've had in the past. That, though, I did sort of sprinkle in some like speed paint videos in there. The point is, I'm starting this YouTube channel, and a good way to start something is to, start fresh, right? Okay, so now, yeah, I've been using Adobe Photoshop as my main digital art program for about 5 years. I think it's 2015 when I first started using it. Published April 18th, 2015. That's how long I've been using Photoshop. This is the first piece of art that I've done in Photoshop. So you see, I download Photoshop, and the first thing I do is get a cloud brush and a hair brush that I don't know how to use. Yes. I was 16 years old when I did this. So why am I getting rid of it now? Well, I tried canceling my subscription, but Adobe is so clingy. This is the last thing I did, the last project I did, and it's not even something new. This is some old art that I scaled upward and started painting over, so that turned into this, and January 31st, 2020. It's already October 2020. Now, it has been kind of an insane year, everything that went on in the world on top of things that have gone on personally. So, it's kind of expected that I wouldn't use it for this long, but that is 9 months of me paying for something I haven't been using. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. I've been paying for it, and there's not much I had to show for it, I was paying for the privilege of having Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator and Adobe Audition and Premiere Pro and After Effects. I've been paying for the privilege of having those installed onto my computer. So after June, I say, I don't want Adobe on my computer anymore. I'm not using it. Might as well cancel it. And then they're like, come on, man, I'll give it to you for $2. And so I was like, well, okay. And that's how they rope you in. I forgot that I did that, and then boom, September, I get billed $31, and it's like, well, okay. It's kind of hard to explain, actually. It's not necessarily because of the money, though that does play a big part. I'm paying for it over and over and over and over again. It's more on me, though. But, at this point in time, I am ready to use it. I'm ready to make some digital art, make some YouTube videos, maybe make some money on the side, start a not safe for work account, all of that. But I feel like if I opened up Adobe Photoshop at this point in time and tried to do something new, I wouldn't know how. Like, I am so out of it at this point just because I haven't been using it. I haven't been doing any sort of art at all, really, in the past 10 months. So I think it's easier to, start with something new. At this point, it feels like I have a sort of digital art amnesia. So if I'm a digital artist without a digital art program, what does that make me? Lost. Homeless. Scared. Who am I? Where am I? What do I do? What is a brush? Digital brush. Art palette. Pixels. Canvas size. Control Z. That's right. That brings us to the first video sponsor, Microsoft Paint. Microsoft was kind enough to give me a free copy of their latest digital art software, and if you click the link in the description and use the code LGL420, you can get 3% off your first usage of this wonderful art program. Now, what can Microsoft Paint do? Well, it's got everything a digital artist would need. You want a brush that doesn't run out of ink? Infinite. Do you want a brush that does run out of ink? Well, we got you covered. So realistic. And Microsoft uses artificial intelligence to accurately simulate even the toughest of digital art tools, like airbrush. As you can see, it gives you nice little speckles, and if you hold it down, it builds up, just like an IRL. Realistic. Now, do you need to make a YouTube thumbnail? It's got all the tools you need. It's got everything. It's got flip horizontal, so you can see the subtle mistakes that you made. You see, this could be more like that. So if you click the link in the description and use the code LGL420, you also get access to this exclusive color. You can't get this color anywhere else. This is something that I worked personally with Microsoft to get in the program. As you can see, it's a nice dark purple, wonderful for whatever you need this color for. And needless to say, I will be using this program exclusively from now on. Okay, so that's not serious. I'm not going to be using Adobe Photoshop as my main art program, although I do believe that Adobe Photoshop has its purposes, and I'll probably be using it in a future video, so subscribe if you want to see me torture myself. Yeah, there are better options. So there's Krita. Krita is a free digital art software that I've used before as my main art program when I used Linux. If I was absolutely broke and had no other option, this is what I'd use because it's actually pretty great. There's also, I don't have it up. I also want to give a shout out to Fire Alpaca, which is what I used back when I was on Windows or when I was back on Mac OS and didn't know how to pirate Photoshop. It was pretty okay. Now the main one that I want to shout out is Clip Studio Paint. Now this is what I thought I would replace Photoshop with, if I ever did replace Photoshop, but now that the time has come, I have another option. Maybe some other time though. Not too long ago, there was a humble software bundle called Be a Creative Superhero. Now, I just go on the Humble Bundle every once in a while, see what's going on. I see that it's like, hell yeah, I want to be a creative superhero. And it came with a bunch of Corel software. Now, Corel software is a bit all over the place. This is what it came with right here. Right, so it is a bit confusing. This is a Photoshop, and this is a Photoshop. So it's like, so which one of these do I use to make the thumbnail for this YouTube video? Like, I don't know, I'll figure that out when the video is done. I don't even have a way to edit this video, but that's okay. So, it came with, for free, Corel Painter 2020. Well, it not for free. I had to pay $30 to get the bundle, but $30 for like a $200 software, that's not bad. I might as well use it. I mean, no disrespect to Katrina Sokolova, but your splash art looks like a PS2 box art render, and it is terrifying. Alright, so this is the catch right here. The Humble Bundle gave me about $500 worth of software for $30, but every time I open it up, I get a screen that asks me to upgrade to 2021 for $150. Which is it's understandable. I might upgrade just so I don't have to see that splash art anymore. I have explored Painter 2020 just a little bit. You see there's this performance tab, and I already did the test. And lucky for me, my system meets the recommended specifications, which is all I needed to know. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I'll say about Corel Painter is it seems like more of a digital art, traditional art simulator 2020 type deal. Like right off the bat, when you want to create a new image, you get to choose a paper texture. So you go into brushes, and it's a bunch of just categories of a lot of bullshit, and each category has all these brushes. So yep, this program is traditional art simulator 2020. And I see that if you go to real watercolor here, there's hard round watercolor brush. Watch the digital traditional art simulator work. You do that, lift it up, and then the watercolor like dries. It's kind of insane. So I'm adding this sort of pinkish color, and it dries right on top of it. Okay, so Humble Bundle also came with a bunch of these extra brushes. I looked through most of these. I didn't try out every single brush, but I did find some that were cool. I like the way it feels, but it sort of just mixes in naturally. It's really interesting. I've played around with this program enough to know that it's something that I could get used to, but I haven't tried making anything with it. So I guess I'll do that now. Since it is October 28th, Halloween is just around the corner. Let's see. I don't know if I should paint a witch or a pumpkin. I don't know how I feel about drawing faces at this point. Whatever. I'll just record it, speed it up, and then we'll see how it turns out. So hey, this is Lucky Go Lilac from about 2.5 weeks after recording this video. I actually just finished editing it, so all I would need to do is process this little recording and drag and drop it onto the timeline, and then I'm done. Finally, editing this video has been a bit of a roller coaster. Like, who knew getting rid of all my Adobe software would absolutely destroy my workflow? I got it done though, and it feels so good to be making videos again. I have not been very good at maintaining YouTube channels in the past, and I don't really want to promise anything at the moment since my life is 20 times busier than it was, even when I started those other YouTube channels. I have a good feeling about this. So if you watched it this far and you liked the video, please interact with it. And if you want to see me be mildly artistic on the internet in the future, please subscribe, because I have some ideas. I have motivation, and it feels so good. So thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.